It is today's The Hindu newspaper, and we will read all the headlines. So let's start. I'm zooming it, and India, Russia trying to bypass sanctions. You can read all the details by pausing the video. Then another headline is CJI flags falling credibility of CBI. Justice Ramana calls for umbrella-proof body to avoid multiple proceedings. Another headline is uh, Finance Minister said we are buying Russian oil. Special correspondent, New Delhi. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Friday said India has already started buying the cheaper Russian oil on offer. We have received quite a number of barrels. I would think about 3-4 days supply, and this will continue, she said to a query on CNBC TV 18. I will put my country's national interest and energy security first. If there is fuel available at a discount, why should not I buy it? I need it for my people, he said. Such a great statement from Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. And another headline is over 1,600 pens against judiciary, said Rijiju. Move to the next page. It is the shocking news from Delhi. 25-year-old gang raped and 2 arrested. New Delhi. I am reading the details of the headlines and the news. 2 men have been arrested for allegedly gang raping a 25-year-old woman in West Delhi's Harinagar, the police said on Friday. According to the police, the incident occurred late on Wednesday evening when the woman was returning from home, a factory where she works. She was accosted by the two who dragged her to a nearby slum and allegedly gang raped her. One of the accused persons used to work in the same factory as the victim, the police added. Very disgusting news it was. The next headline is the rescue delivers of Jamuna, risking their lives to save others. You can pause the video and can read it. The another headline is man arrested for stalking and threatening women from Delhi. It is the news from Delhi, and you can read it. A 22-year-old was arrested by the Delhi police cyber cell and allegedly stalking a woman on Instagram and threatening to kidnap her and leak her private photos, police said on Friday. A senior police officer said that Mithun Tiwari, the accused, had somehow accessed the complainant's private picture and targeted her after she rejected his proposal. It was found that he created multiple fake accounts on Instagram and harassed several women using the same modus operandi. We should go to the next page, and the next headline is Bill to reunify civic bodies as bills to reunify civic bodies and interference by parliament. Delhi Assembly Speaker says the bill is against the spirit of her constitution. The news from Delhi, and the next headline is wearing mask not mandatory, says DDMA. The news from New Delhi, Gehlot inspects lane enforcement drive. 46 major arterial corridors identified. The next headline is we reached our lives, now no one is listening to us. Terminated from service by the Delhi government, COVID warriors are now struggling to find new jobs. Such a bad news, we can say. The next headline, BJP seeks to keep Lingayat vote base intact. Shah sends message that BJP central leadership respects Yadirupa. Fight together, win 150 seats, says Rahul. 7 arrested in Karnataka for 2 cases of assault over halal meat. In this picture, Union Home Minister Amit Shah along with BJP leaders at the Siddhaganga Math on Friday. JDU leaders dismiss speculation over Nitish Kumar's exit as Bihar CM. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin plans model school in Chennai along the lines of Delhi. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister visit government school in national capital. We can work together, says Kejriwal. Wow, such a great statement from Kejriwal. Always my favorite politician in the Indian politics. So let's go to the next page. Caste analysis and its reading today. There is an apparent opacity of caste now, which requires fine-grained and multi-dimensional study. BIMSTEC after the Colombo Summit. The question to address now is whether the multilateral grouping is capable of tackling the challenge facing the region. In Sri Lanka, an economic crisis foretold. Very bad news. It is the Sri Lanka's map. You can look here. NEP essential to create new India. PM tells students. In Pariksha Pe Charcha interaction, Modi says the policy encourages flexibility and improves skills in learning. Wow. BJP hits a century in the upper house. Result of the latest RS polls helps party reach the number. ED issues notices to Transcorp. News from New Delhi. Lok Sabha nod to amend ST list in UP. Government will form MSP panel when SKM gives name. Agriculture Minister affirms commitment. Government sends notice to Congress over Chanakyapuri House. Directorate of Estates starts eviction proceedings. Sri Lanka government declares emergency. News from Colombo. Visit will boost ties with India. Deuba. Nepal is keen on completing long pending works including Pancheshwar multipurpose project. New leaders take command as army sees series of changes. Lieutenant General Manoj Pandey is now senior most after army chief. SC dismisses plea against CBI probe in Anil Deshmukh case. High Court seeks status report on Kejriwal house attack. Security was inadequate, says bench. News from New Delhi. No rift between Sena and NCP, says Uddhav Thackeray. CM says he has absolute trust in his colleagues. COVID-19 vaccine not received from G7 NATO members to the government. Punjab passes resolution to transfer Chandigarh to itself. Production of Covaxin to be slowed down. News from Hyderabad. Drug trafficking via freight containers a major challenge. News from New Delhi. Partially withdrawing AFSPA not satisfactory, says activist. Record nesting of olive ridley turtles. Ukraine talks to resume amid tensions. Putin says European countries must pay for Russian energy in rubles. EU rejects ultimatum. Pakistan summons US diplomat over interference. China slams Russia sanctions in summit with EU. At virtual meeting, Beijing blames US for pushing to expand the NATO closer to Russia's borders. Turkey to transfer Khashoggi trial to Saudi Arabia. Solomon Islands won't host China military base. News from Sydney. GST collections hit new high in March. Finance Minister turns record rupees 1.42 lakh crore of receipts, an indicator of a faster recovery. March auto sales show mixed result. Amazon future class again in apex court over Reliance deal. Future firms default on rupees 8,158 crore dues. News from New Delhi. Fuel sales top pre-pandemic volume levels. Brookfield to buy 51% in 4 Bharti properties. Lahiri pieces his game together after finding the missing link. Umesh and Russell fire Knight Riders to victory. IPL news. Pants Capitals clash with Hardicks Titans. Can Mumbai Indians withstand Royals' firepower? End of the newspaper. So thank you for watching this video. Thanks to all.